Are you subscribed to Psych2Go? According to statistics, only a small percentage of you who watch our videos are actually subscribed. If you enjoy our content and would like to support us, do consider subscribing. This helps YouTube's algorithm in promoting more of our mental health content. Thanks for being here. Hey, Psych2Goers. Do you often wish you could stop feeling regret? Ever since the dawn of time, people have struggled to find the secret to the meaning of life. And while there isn't an answer yet, our centuries of shared experiences and introspection have brought us a few steps closer by better understanding what makes life worth living and overcoming the things that hold us back. With that said, here are 10 mistakes you should never make if you want to avoid lifelong regret. Number 1, taking loved ones for granted. In one of the longest and most famous studies done on the psychology of happiness, according to the Harvard Study of Adult Development, psychiatrist Robert Waldinger found that happiness was most strongly correlated not with success, status, wealth, or achievement, but with the quality of close, personal relationships. That's why when you're lucky enough to have people in your life who truly love and care about you, you shouldn't take them for granted or wait until it's too late to spend time with them. Number 2, not following your dreams. When we're young, it's easy for us to have lots of hopes and dreams in life because we feel like the sky's the limit. But as we grow older, it gets harder to follow those dreams because of our everyday responsibilities, such as paying bills and maybe raising a family. But if you truly have a calling or a passion that gives your soul purpose, giving up on it in favor of following someone else's idea of what you should do in your life or choosing the path of least resistance is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Number 3, not expanding your horizons. As the famous movie quote goes, life is short, the world is wide, and I want to make some memories. Whether it's traveling the world, moving to a new city, taking a risk, or simply trying to allow yourself to discover all the great experiences life has to offer. Because if you don't, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering, what if? Number 4, wasting your time on things that don't matter. The older you get, the more you realize things like gossip, fake friends, popularity, social media, pretending to be someone you're not, and always worrying about whether other people like you won't really matter in the end. And yet, we can't help but waste our time on them anyway. The sooner we realize there are so many better ways we could be spending our time and energy, the better off we'll be. Number 5, settling into relationships too quickly. Even if you don't believe in romance, destiny, soulmates, or true love, that's no excuse for you to simply settle for a relationship you're not happy in or fulfilled by, just because you're tired of waiting for the right one or afraid you'll end up alone. Both you and your partner deserve someone who accepts you for who you really are, who will love you in spite of all your flaws and make you happier than you ever thought you could be. So don't settle for anything less. Number 6, compromising your health. Do you smoke or drink a lot? Or maybe you just don't exercise regularly, or you eat a lot of junk food. It's easy to neglect your health when you're young, but don't make the mistake of waiting until it's too late to start taking care of your body. No matter how busy your schedule, you should find time to eat well, exercise, and get enough rest. Avoid unhealthy habits like smoking, overeating, and binge drinking, and your older self will be grateful to you for it. Number 7, getting in debt. You know the saying, never bite off more than you can chew? That definitely applies to our attitude towards money and spending. Sure, saving money can seem like it's not a big priority right now, especially when splurging on impulse buys and luxury goods like lavish vacations or expensive phones gives you such a high, but you'll regret going into more debt than you can repay when the time comes. Number 8, being overly dependent on others. Of course, it's only natural for us to feel lonely from time to time, and when we do, we tend to gravitate towards other people for comfort and reassurance. But it's another thing entirely when we do it so much that it makes us dependent on them for our happiness, self-esteem, and sense of identity. Remember, people who are emotionally dependent on others often become clingy, needy, moody, unsuccessful, and unhappy. Number 9, having a bad relationship with yourself. One of the worst ways you can destroy your own chances at happiness and success is by having a negative relationship with yourself. Yet, so many of us are guilty of doing it. We think that being self-critical helps us become better versions of ourselves when really, the opposite is true. When we are kind, empathetic, encouraging, and supportive of ourselves, we flourish so much more. So know your worth, let go of those limiting beliefs, and start practicing self-love to start living a better life today. And number 10, forgetting to live in the moment. Last, but certainly not least, let's never forget that life is fleeting and every moment is precious. Sometimes we get carried away by the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and we start to take all the simple pleasures and worthwhile moments in life for granted. We are so caught up in our future and our past that we fail to see all the good we have right in front of us, right now, here, in the present moment. In the words of Anne Frank, how wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before beginning to improve the world. And the same applies to your life too. So, do you agree with all the things we've mentioned here? Let us know in the comments below. And if you sometimes find yourself making some of these mistakes, that's okay. Remember that it's never too late to change. That's the beauty of life. Also, remember to like and share this video with those who might benefit from it. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.